Hello everyone, this is Shabnam here. Welcome back to my channel, The Counseling Corner. A gentle reminder, in case you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so and just hit the bell icon so that you get timely notifications whenever I post my new video. So in today's video, I am going to give you 6 tips as how you can deal with your teenage children, especially those children who are between the age group of 15 to 17 years. These tips are purely based on my experience with my 2 teenage daughters. The first point is that you need to be calm. See, it is very common among the teenage children to to have mood swings, to sometimes they go aggressive, they start back answering, shouting, screaming, right? And sometimes they become very withdrawn and want to be left alone. These are very normal things. So when your child starts arguing with you, don't argue back. What you have to do is that try to be very calm, explain to your child that you need some time and you will discuss later, and just walk away from that situation. Give some time to yourself to calm down. Let your child also calm down. Then you can sit with your child, sit calmly, discuss and sort out the issue. The second thing is setting rules and boundaries for your child as well as the consequences. You need to sit with your child, discuss with your child, and then you have to set the rules, the boundaries, as well as the consequences for his negative behavior. You can be a very loving and a very affectionate parent to your child and always be there when the child needs you. But when it comes to discipline, and especially if it's concerned with the safety of the child, you need to be very firm in enforcing the discipline, as well as you need to be very consistent in enforcing the boundaries and the consequences. The most important thing is that you have to encourage open communication with your teenage child. You need to be very honest and open when you speak about especially the sensitive topics like relationship, love, sex, right? When you talk about drug and alcohol addiction, cyber safety. So these right information should be given to your child at the right time. You need to make your child understand what is the consequences of indulging in maladaptive behavior like alcohol or drug addiction, how they might spoil their entire life. Talk to them about the consequences of indulging in the sexual behavior at an early age. Talk to the boy about the consent. If it's a girl, talk to her about the consequences. Talk to them about the protected sex. Tell your child what would happen if she gets pregnant. She would have to undergo abortion, and that would be risky for her life. At the same time, she might end up not being able to conceive in future. Talk to them about the cyber safety. It is very common that children are getting into relationship and love, these things, and suffering from emotional distress. I know a couple of cases where the girls are very insecure in their relationship, and when the boys keep demanding inappropriate pictures, and the girls have sent these pictures to the boys, and some of the boys have been circulating the pictures among the friends and making fun of them, and there are cases where the girls were also blackmailed, right? So if you have an open communication with your child and establish a very close rapport, and the child is feeling free to discuss each and everything with you. If the child has any doubts, the child would approach you. And in case the child is in some trouble, someone is blackmailing them, even then the child will feel free to come and speak to you, and you can help your child. So at this stage, especially the teenage stage, you need to be more of a friend than a parent. The fourth tip is we have to avoid micromanaging our children. Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. We should not keep on nagging the child. That would make the child very irritated, and that will lead to a strained parent-child relationship. See, these days children don't listen to our instructions, right? And 24/7 we can't keep a track and eye on them, what they're doing, where they're going. If you're too controlling and if you keep punishing them or forcing them to do things, then they would do what they want to do, but they will start hiding things from you. As parents, we just need to guide them, show them the right direction, make them understand what is the consequences of their behavior, and allow them to take their own decisions. For example, if the child is not studying, right? If you keep forcing your child to study, make him sit for hours together to study, he would not be able to grasp anything. A child would be able to study only when he has the mood to study. So as parents, guide your child, tell your child the importance of education. If you study well and score good marks, you would get get admission in a very good college, and there would be good job placements. You can make a nice career. And what would happen if you don't study? Make them understand how much competition is there in the market. Usually children, when we tell them to do something, they would not listen. But they learn from their mistakes, and when they learn from their mistake, they don't repeat such things again. Let me just give you a small example of my own daughter. When she was studying in the ninth grade, she was very obsessed with social media and how many friends she has in Facebooks. She used to have a competition with one of her friends. So she randomly started, she used to keep on posting her selfies and randomly accepting friends, as well as sending friend requests to random people, and she managed to have 5,000 friends in her Facebook. My brother used to advise her, I used to advise her, but she never listened to us. She was very adamant and she used to get very aggressive. One day it happened, she was watching a movie in the theatre with her friends, and suddenly she got a call from one of the boys he had proposed, and she rejected, telling, just look into your Facebook, there's something very dirty posted about you. So what she did is, she didn't know what had really happened. She just called me and she started crying. Mummy, I'm in the theatre with my friends and my friend called and told me this. So I just told her, relax, don't worry, enjoy your movie, just give the number of that boy to me. She gave me the number, I spoke to him and he said, someone has done it, auntie, it is so very dirty. So I just told him, I noticed you, okay, you have done it. He said, no auntie, it is not me, I have not done it. So I told him, it's okay, whoever has done it, let me just give a police complaint now, let me take the help of the police. He got scared, he started crying. He said, no auntie, I'm very sorry, it is I who has done it. And when I asked the reason, he said, I proposed to her, she rejected, and I was very irritated, and in anger I have done that, I'm very sorry about it. I just told him to delete it, and I just gave him some counseling and just left it. When she came back home, the first thing she did is she went to her Facebook and she said, I'm going to remove all unknown people from my account. And she started doing that. For 2 hours she sat. She got frustrated because she had 5,000 friends and it was difficult. So she deleted the entire Facebook account. And she said, I'm not going to be in Facebook anymore. For 2 months she was not there. Then I encouraged her to again, maybe have some few friends. Not a problem, but you have to be careful, and you have to be set all security settings. Then she has, in her Facebook, she has a minimum number of friends whom she really knows very well. And after which she started guiding her sister, her cousins and her friends also, telling them how dangerous it could be. So you need to give some space to your children. When they learn from their mistakes, then they would never repeat the mistake again. The fifth point is that no matter how much your child irritates you, right, how aggressive he becomes, or how much he provokes you, you need to be calm. Avoid using any form of verbal and physical abuse. Avoid shaming your child, putting him down, and talking negative about him or her to anyone. So this will only provoke your child, make your child's behavior even more worse, and it will also lead to a strained parent-child relationship. The last tip would be, you have to be the role model for your children. Right? So you have to behave the same manner in which you expect your children to behave. For example, you don't want your child to spend a lot of time in the social media or in the electronic gadgets. You also should refrain from doing that. But sometimes what we parents do is that when we are in the social media, we say we are working, it's for the job purpose. But when the children are doing the same thing, we tell them they're wasting the time. And this is not justified. As well as as parents, you need to be very careful, like how you're behaving at home, like when you have some misunderstanding with your partner, how you sort it out, whether you use verbal or physical abuse in front of the children. These things you need to take care, because the children would follow your footsteps. They would learn. As small, they would be observing you and learning what you're doing, and they would behave in the same way. So to sum up, no matter how independent your teenage appears to be, how withdrawn she is from you, he or she still longs for your love and affection and your guidance, right? So try to be very calm, try to be empathetic towards their feelings, try to understand what they are undergoing, and try to be always there for them when they are in need. But at the same time, when it comes to discipline, especially if it is concerned with their safety, you need to be very firm in enforcing the rules and the consequences. But you have to be the ultimate role model for your teenage child. So hope this information was useful to you, and in case it was useful to you, please do give me a thumbs up. Do share my video with your friends as it would be helpful to someone. Subscribe to my channel The Counseling Corner, and most importantly hit the bell icon so that you get timely notifications whenever I post my new video. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you next time.